I'll be your moderator of today. So I'm Asjad Sheikh. I'm advising Jagdish Private Limited. He's a consulting agency associated with Telangana Trade Promotion Corporation. Telangana Trade Promotion Corporation is leading this drive on import substitution and export champions. These two are the important interventions on the RAM project, which is, we all know that this is a World Bank and central government funded project to accelerate and to support and to rejuvenate all the MSMEs in this country as such. So with this, I would like to just welcome and thank Sri K. Narendran sir, Deputy Drug Controller, for being here as one of the important speakers. We would love to hear from you maybe after this. And secondly, I would like to thank Mr. Venugopal, Vice President, Telangana Medical Devices Part. So thank you so much for agreeing to just host this. This is just a beginning, I can say. So we will have many more such type of meetings with the concerned stakeholders that we can start. We have another speaker. She's on her way. So yeah. So we just would like to welcome her as well. And on behalf of the TTC, I would request Geeta Garu just, so we'll wait for the another speaker, and we would also request Ms. Geeta Sri also on behalf of the SPIU. They are from the Grant Thornton, sir. So they are the one who are monitoring and then analyzing the project implementation in the state of Telangana. So, and moreover, distinguished other guests and our thought leaders and the emerging MSME companies of this Telangana Medical Devices Park. We welcome all of you. Thank you so much for being here, sir, on Saturday. We will have lots more discussions. We will take this forward. So this is on an official capacity. We will record it on. We will just try to just take this discussion to the right audience or the right table, so that something can be represented. So I'm not kind of trying to just see where I can bridge the gap that we have between the industry and the regulatory. So with this, I would request Venugopal Garu to just speak something about this brilliant project. So then later on we will have interaction with each one of you.
Good morning everyone. Thank you all for joining. So basically Arshad reached out to me 2 weeks ago regarding this project, and before that I think you guys also came to our office. So they selected medical devices. First of all, I would like to thank Narendra Garu and other speakers who came all the way here to interact with us and today's session. So about this Rambo project, initially I think a month ago you guys came and you explained, but I was not sure what we are trying to do, but still today also we are supposed to get some information from medical department, but we haven't got any so far, but that would be more helpful. Like as you all know, this project established in 2017 by state government. At that time it was the largest industrial medical device park in India. Right now, we have around 30 companies operating, and most of them A and B classification, few of them Class C, and then a few more under construction. As you all know, right now India is importing 70% of medical devices. So current market size is around 14 billion. But this is one of the accelerated growth industry. So this is an opportunity for India to put some thoughts and support this sector. In that perspective, even Telangana Life Sciences also drafting a new policy, but again, our industry ministry is also very supportive, and he is looking into this sector very seriously. also he is putting some efforts in AI healthcare as well. So right now we have some constraint in the land, but government is also planning another industrial park in future city. So by saying that, I think this is a good initiative from Jagdish Private Limited as well as Telangana Trade Commercial. So I think you guys already have one interactive session with agriculture and then the second one. So whatever support and whatever you needed from Telangana Life Sciences, we are happy to facilitate. And hopefully this would be a very productive session. And we have more people supposed to show up, but we have few industry representatives, and they can interact directly with you. They can discuss their issues, where we can improve better. But right now, I think we have a few companies on strength manufacturing and medical diagnostic kits and IV storage and some hospital furniture. These are the companies we have. So yeah, thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Thank you, Venugopal Garu. Now, before we could go to the next speaker, I would welcome Srimati Sattu Savita Garu, Scientist E and Director BIS Hyderabad. So we have just started, so there is not much to talk about. Mr. Venugopal is the Vice President, Medical Devices Park, Telangana Government. And there we have Ms. Geeta from Telangana Trade Promotion Corporation. So Narendra sir is from the drug control, Deputy Drug Controller. So now I would request Ms. Geeta Garu to just give an overview about the RAM project, what exactly that we are doing, and then on top of it, what are the interventions that which we are working on. What do you please?
So TPC, we have been appointed as a stakeholder agency for this grant program. So the grant is raising and accelerating MSME program in Telangana. And this is not only in Telangana, but this program is with regard to it's been Ministry of MSME, Government of India, and all the states across the country, we are implementing this program. Under RAM program, there are 10 components been approved by Ministry of MSME, and we have been handling 2 components. One is import substitution, the other one is export channels. These 2 are the major components which we are having from Trade Promotion Corporation. This is the basic about the RAM program, what is going on. So this is our first program on import substitution, and in this we have to identify sectors with regard to import search and the sectors which are people are importing goods from US, China, or other countries. The sectors like aerospace and defense, pharmaceutical, medical devices, automobiles and all. So we have identified sectors, and now medical devices is one of the sectors where we'll be concentrating on this under RAM program. Import of medical devices are happening a lot in this sector, like 70 to 90% of the imports are happening under the medical devices, in the medical device sector. So this is under RAM program.
What's about it?
The aim is to strengthen the MSME competitiveness. We'll be there doing the enhanced to access to markets and finance, and will promote the technology adoption and quality manufacturing. So, how we are going to focus the 3 key pillars of import substitution. We'll be identifying critical dependency areas, varying with mapping components, devices and consumables that imports heavy in India. And in Telangana, medical devices such as diagnostic equipments, high precision implants and crucial electronic components are still largely sourced from overseas. So, through RAM, we will be working with industry clusters like we are here today in Sultanpur to prioritize the segment where domestic capability can be developed. And we'll support the indigenous manufacturing products like we'll give the technical support and quality certification assistance for MSMEs. And technology partnership and R&D collaboration with leading research institutions and global innovators is also one of the part of the RAMP program. And we leverage the common facility centers within the park to reduce the cost burden on individual enterprises. Someone recently now here talking to few of the stakeholders, they were mentioning about the market access and ecosystem development, which will be providing through procurement of linkages with large hospitals, government tenders and global buyers to build confidence in Indian products. And we'll be conducting awareness and training programs to build skilled manpower for high precision manufacturing items. And we'll encourage state incentives also. Like PSI Pass is also one of the incentives provided and align them with RAMP to make investment easier and faster. So now as you know, the recent global supply chain have shown us importance of self-reliance. This import substitution is nothing but to get self-reliance and in this critical sector like healthcare. So this means like we are like building resilience, reducing the dependency and increasing India's contribution to the global medical device exports. In the hubs like Sultanpur and all, it's uniquely positioned to lead this change. The synergy of government support, industry initiative under RAMP information can make our industry globally competitive while strengthening India's Atmanirbhar vision. So my request here to all the stakeholders is to be part of our program and let's identify the products what we are importing now and let's keep them the prototypes and let's get into commercial production wherein we are providing with the market linkages also. So I request once again to be a part of this RAMP program. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I request Srimati Savita Garu to just, give an overview about the BSI standards and then beyond that, they can leverage upon your departmental activities and then what are the areas you think that, best made available for your services.
So good morning all once again. No, I think I'm not listening. So like what type of audience I have? Like your manufacturers or technical, all our manufacturers or technical equipment. Service in the sense like
contract medical and pharmacy.
Okay. So like you are aware of BIS? Anything you know about BIS? Heard of BIS?
Or use the services.
So which language we can continue? English, Hindi, Telugu? English is good, right? Okay. So like what else you know about BIS? एक तो आपने medical में देखा होगा, like you might have heard about medical. And I will not go into technical part, but let me tell you, like at the outset, I want to know like what is your knowledge about BIS? Anywhere you have seen, heard?
It's more an accreditation
Standards, setting up the standards for different
Accreditation, okay.
Standard certification.
Certification, where? Yes. But I am surprised you are telling ISO because we have only few clients of for ISO. That too we target only like government sector. Because like in security part is more reliable with the government, so people come to us like the government. Some departments are also mandated.
Yes, mandated water, who are the
water manufacturer. Okay,
and
finally,
even recently medical NIT also they kept in BAS. We applied in that time actually COVID time.
Achha. Which
N95 mask.
N95 mask. Okay, right. That's all. As a consumer, nobody is answering. First we are a consumer, then we'll go as an entrepreneur, right? Or
Your consumers rely more on ISO 13485 because
So purely
it all
technical
based on the
plan.
standards what government asks for.
right. Okay. That's all.
They will say gold.
Medical to cheat hai. Gold is one. I thought that will come first because mostly people here.
Ladies are here. Our ladies are so moderate.
No, ladies are here, but ladies cannot only they see the visual part. Pocket part you have to telling that. Yeah, gold is one important aspect of us which has been into consumers for a long time. And apart from that, like there are so many other things. You just get up in the morning, just think of opening your eyes and going to the bed in the night. You will see ISI everywhere. You take this AC compressor, light, fan, like office furniture everywhere. Okay, so if I say get up in the morning, first thing always पहले तो भगवान को देखते थे. We used to have one photo. Okay, wherever you are. But now we see the phone. Okay. So when you turn at the back side, you can see there is a CRS mark. That is also given by BIS. It is a property of BIS. So it is like everywhere. You will start your day by the end of the day, you will be encountering at least minimum 10 products of BIS. So BIS is basically the governing body or the certification, as I say, it is the authority who does this certification, especially product certification in India. Product certification. Quality, yes, but there are other players also in quality, like ISO 9001 you might have heard. So 9001 is one part of BIS, that is not our major part. Product certification, we are the monopoly. BIS only has a power, and we are the NSB. NSB is National Standards Body. So who prepares the standard, like we are telling of ISO, like for medical devices and all. So we prepare the standards. Standards prepared by BIS will become the national standards of India. Okay. So that is about BIS, and then we have so many other consumer goods. One part is the hallmarking part. That is hallmarking of precious metals. Right now gold, and recently silver also is added, but gold is mandatory. Mandatory in the sense, like whenever you are going to buy gold, you have to look for the BIS HOID mark. Okay, so that was the basic like consumer part. So I'll just walk you through what was BIS actually. Can I have somebody scrolling the next one?
Yes.
Okay. So BIS initially started as a registered society in 1947, way back even before we got our independence on 6th Jan. So there it was a registered society, and we started the certification scheme in 1955. The first license was granted. And the statutory status of BIS, like called as a Bureau of Indian Standards, was given on 1st April 1987. Initially, it was called the Indian Standards Institution. So that is the acronym for the it is a for ISI. Right? So that is the name ISI. So like many people still confuse what is ISI and what is BIS. So BIS is the body which gives the license for putting the ISI mark on the product. Mostly ISI mark is for tangible products, tangible that we can feel, touch, drink, eat. Okay, so mostly we are not into food, but other than food, rest of all the products that are tangible. So that there you can see अभी तो BIS का भी इसमें भी बंद हो गया बिस्लरी में. Otherwise like water was like one part of BIS. And this 2016 Act, this brought BIS a new phase called as NSB, National Standards Body of India. So we have 41 branch office locations, branch offices located in 41 locations. So most of the states have one branch office. Like here in Telangana we have Hyderabad. I am from Hyderabad branch office. So in south we have other places like wherein there are bigger states like Tamil Nadu. We have more offices, one in Coimbatore, one in Chennai, and we have in Karnataka we have one in Bangalore, one in Hubli and Kerala. So and Goa is also under southern region. So like that we have 41 other branch offices where certification is mostly taken care of, like granting licenses for ISI mark. Then we have our own regional laboratories also where the testing part. So we are certifying a product against Indian standards. So somebody has to test that. Right? So that testing also is taken care of by BIS. We are having our own laboratories. And apart from standardization, that is the main work of BIS, that is preparing the standards. So we have other activities like conformity assessment, that is granting the license, then testing, laboratory activity, hallmarking, and also the training. So coming to standardization, like I told that like this, though this doesn't have an ISA mark, but I'll take an example of this. So this water bottle has been ISA marked. So what does this mean? So I'll go more technically because you are all entrepreneurs and consumer point I need not put much effort. So like this bottle is ISA marked. So as a consumer, it will give me an assurance that this is a standard product. Okay. So how it is standard? So I compare. My son has got a good engineering college. So how good it is? I'll compare it with somebody else, right? So here we are comparing with an Indian standard. So that with respect to that Indian standard, it is meeting the requirements of the Indian standard. So yes, it is. So when it is meeting the requirements of the Indian standard against which it has to be certified, it will be certified. So the person or the manufacturer who is manufacturing this product will apply to BIS for a license. Right? So he will get a license. The license is again dynamic. It is not like ek baar kar diya to ho gaya ho. They will take the license that is valid for 1 year or like 5 years depending on the scheme. So then they will get it renewed. Then performance will be evaluated. Right? So now I am certifying this product against a standard. So who will prepare the standard? BIS will prepare the standard. How the standards are prepared? Like initially there is a new work item proposal. So I suppose I don't have any standard for this teacup. There is no existing standard. If there is an existing standard, we'll go for certification. But there is no existing standard. So somebody, like I am a manufacturer, I want to certify my cup so that I can have a cutting edge in my market field. So I want to mark this with ISA mark, I want a standard. So whom should I approach? I can approach BIS for the standard. So that is called the new work item proposal. I will give a proposal that I want a standard on the teacup.
How it is related to medical devices?
It is like I took an example of a teacup, but it can be for anything, like a photo frame, the LED screen,
so you have
the camera.
standards for medical devices as well.
Yes, yes. I'll show you also. I'll demo, like I'll give a live demo where you can search for. Like I don't know whether it is there. So how do we search? I'll walk you through that. So this is so initially after the new work item proposal is received, there is a working draft prepared. So how a standard should look like? What are the requirements? So the requirements can be many. It can be the volume of the cup. It should have some capacity to hold the cup. It should absorb the heat and it should not be too hot for me to hold as a consumer. So like requirements, whatever requirements you have, it is put in a working draft. The working draft will go through a P draft. It's called a preliminary draft. In the preliminary draft stage, it almost looks like an Indian standard. And the P draft is also available for public for comments. And when it goes into wide circulation, this is put on the BIS website and anybody, any Indian citizen can comment on the working draft. It is available on the website. And when the comments are received, they are deliberated in a meeting and accepted, rejected, they will give the justification and a final draft is prepared. And final draft is also available for comments even for the public and among the committee members. And after the discussions and deliberations are made, a final draft is issued. Each Indian standard is a gazetted document. It's a legal document. It is gazetted in the Government of India and it becomes an Indian standard. And each Indian standard has a number, like we have names. We cannot always remember the title of the standard, so we'll give it a short form. It is called as an Indian standard number. So this product of packaging drinking water has an Indian standard number called 14543. Okay. So similarly, we have for gold 1417. Like even for medical devices, there are the ophthalmic equipment. They have so many standards in those topics. I'll walk you through that. So now I was talking about the teacup. This is a ceramic cup. So cup can be something related to a civil engineering, ceramic hai, or it may be chemical because we may be testing the migration of the elements into the tea or the substance it holds. Or if I take packaged drinking water, this will be more of a food product. So each engineering department also has some classification, like I am showing you there. We have 16 division councils, additional 17 division councils, in which each item will be like categorically divided, like chemical, mechanical, civil, Ayush, environment and ecology, transport engineering, water resources. And for medical devices, it is medical equipment and hospital planning department. So this department, it is called as MHD, Medical Equipment and Hospital Planning Department. That is the technical department is responsible for preparing the standards on the medical devices. And there are some management system standards also that is prepared by the Management Systems Department. So how the standards are prepared? So standards, if they are called national standards, we should say that they should be unbiased, right? Not prepared only for one sector or only for consumer, only for the manufacturer, or only for the regulatory body to be implemented. No. It is an amalgamation of the based on a consensus approach of the views of all the stakeholders. So who is a stakeholder? Whom do we call as stakeholder?
Manufacturer
Anybody who has a say, who has a say in the formulation of the standard. Once a standard is prepared, so like it will have an impact obviously. So whoever will be affected or using the standard will be called as a stakeholder. Like you can see, I have put a diagram there. So like stakeholders are like industry associations, manufacturers, R&D departments, laboratories, government and regulatory bodies, and obviously the consumers. So they all have, the committee will have a consensus approach from these stakeholders. So each of the stakeholder will be represented by their representative, and this all goes through a series of discussions. So they have technical committee meetings, and consensus is here, it follows the WTO TBT agreement of good standardization practices, and it has to have a yes from all the stakeholders when the standard is being finalized. And there are like different types of standards. Some examples I have shown. What I was discussing on the product packaged drinking water is called as a product standard. Then there can be standards which are like which will be discussing only on the methods of test or the sampling and inspection part, or there can be some basic standards which will be explaining the terms and definitions related to that particular field. And conformity assessment, as I have already told you, we will be giving the license to a particular party. This part I think I can elaborate. So I am a medical device manufacturer. You want to you want to have an ISO mark on the product. See, how many of your product manufacturers?
All are product.
What are the products that you manufacture?
We are into molecular diagnostics.
Diagnostics. Okay. Next.
Eye care products.
Eye care products, right?
We're into medical disposables, ECG electrodes.
Medical disposables, right? So like I say, if I want to have this any ophthalmic instrument, say what is the equipment called through which the eye is taken? Eyeglass. Okay, let us say take a simple example of an eyeglass. So if an eyeglass has to be ISA marked, so how does an industry approach us? So they'll make an application to BIS, will come for inspection against an Indian standard. So they will go for inspection, do the inspection, assess the manufacturing capacity, testing equipment verification, and do the check the competency of the testing person available with the firm, and the sample for testing. So once the sample is through, passes through the testing, the license will be granted. Initially it will be for 1 year, and it can be extended up to 5 years. So this is the licensing part. So I don't know now I have a license, standard for an eyeglass or not. How do we go about that? Can you just go on to the website? So okay, let me first finish off this. So this is how the ISA mark looks. The ISA mark with you can see down, it is a CM by L, that is a 10-digit code. CM by L stands for Certification Marks License. So that will be the license number of the manufacturer. And IS is the Indian standard against which the product was tested. So basically this is how the ISI mark looks, and some products are made mandatory. Mandatory in the sense that nobody can sell, store, offer for display or display without an ISI mark on the product from a manufacturer who has to take a license from BIS. So you can see most of the domestic products where like public health and safety or security or the infrastructure requirements, or there is a threat to the environment. So those standards are usually made mandatory by some ministry. Any ministry comes up with a proposal that this product has to be made mandatory, so that the product will be made mandatory. Okay, so we can see there are mostly domestic products like LPG stove and pressure cooker and gas. Those are like safety products where consumer safety is of most important. And like we usually get many queries from customs department or from a client whose consignment is held with the customer saying that my equipment, I have imported some material that is lying with the customer, I want a clearance. So here the procedure is not just it is a desktop audit, no. Basically BIS is for the quality of the product. So who controls the quality of the product? Who has a control in the product, quality of the product? Manufacturer. So it is onus on the manufacturer to take the license. As an importer or a buyer, I cannot take a license in my name, right? So the manufacturer who is manufacturing the product and who has like complete control over the quality of the product will have to take the license, see that the quality of the product is met as per the standard requirement, and then he marks it and imports it. So the same logic is also available for manufacturers overseas. Anybody who is manufacturing a medical device outside India and has to supply it in India with BIS mark also have to take the license. So they fall under this foreign manufacturer certification scheme. We are operating more than 1,000 licenses and around 156 countries are with us in this foreign manufacturer certification scheme. Mostly like countries like France, Dubai, South Korea, Nepal, China, Italy, France, Singapore, like so many countries. So the manufacturers there in those countries, they take the BIS license when they have to sell or export their product with ISMR to India. So this is one foreign manufacturer certification scheme. So like if the product is under mandatory, then it is compulsory for the manufacturer to take the license from BIS. And this is another scheme called CRS scheme, which is mostly for the electronic products. Around 77 products are registered with BIS right now. And like this is similar to the product certification ISMR that is being operated. But here the symbol is different and the scheme process is little different, that we don't go for inspection there, but they show the party shows the manufacturer shows the conformity of the product through series of test reports. Next. And here the products that are included are mostly electronic products like our mobile phone, laptop, notebook, or even printers, plotters, scanners, all these desktops, everything are covered in the CRS scheme. So it is all good if you know the IS number of the product, like if you don't know whether there is a standard available for the product or not. So how we come to know that there is an Indian standard existing or not. So that I will show you the live demo. And all the Indian standards are free of cost, available for all Indian citizens. So you just have to do is, I will show you the link of that website where you can download the standards. All you have to do is register one time. That how you do in a Blinkit app or a Zepto key. First you initially tell them that where you are, like who you are and where you are. So you'll need your email ID and phone number, so that will be useful for you to retrieve the password. Right? So you register, and all the standards, Indian standards, all the indigenous standards are free of cost for download. And like they will be watermarked if you are going for any corporate license also. Like this license, this standard is licensed to Akriti.
So meanwhile, can we ask some questions?
Yes, sir, sure, please.
How that will help us linking with CDSCO?
I don't know, I'm like not really aware. What is
Because-
CDSCO?
Germany is
No. Okay. I don't know anything about this PLA part or CDSCO
No,
part.
there's no PLA. I'm talking about registration of the product. There are two different standards, right? You have your own standard. I am a manufacturer, for example, TB kit. So we have released, launched recently. The TB, we need to go with ICMR, and we need to go with CDSCO, we need to go to CTD, all evaluations, just more than 3 days. So it takes 2 years for us, 2 years, 2.5 years.
Okay.
Again, if I have to go with the VSI, for example, how does that help me? For example, any of the standards which I want to mark as an Indian standard,
Okay.
tomorrow I want to grow ISI, or I want to more be comfortable with Indian standards to project more, how the BIS would help in securing a drug license to?
We don't help you to take anybody's license.
That's
I
a
can tell you how
quality.
can you take a BIS license.
But how? BIS license should aid me to sell the product, right? I am not
Yes.
I can't sell the product directly which I have BIS certificate. I need CDSCO license.
I don't know what is that CDSCO
This
licensing
are-
part. I'll tell you why it is important to have BIS
Yeah,
licenses.
ultimately I need to sell the product.
Yeah.
It's
See,
a class A, class B, class D product.
Right.
So I have to sell, but only drug controller is eligible to
వచ్చిందా?
authorize us to sell the product.
I'll tell you, like I can't go exactly into this product, but I'll tell you an example of this LPG cylinders. Actually, the main control is a CCOE, PESO, Chief Control of Explosives. So every manufacturer, they will have to design their cylinder. The cylinder has to be approved by the oil company and PESO. And then after they get approvals from the PESO and CCOE, then they come to BIS for the licensing part. So they will take the license, and that scheme is little different, like that is a lot scheme. So every lot that is being manufactured has to go through BIS inspection. So and then only the lot will be cleared after the BIS inspecting officer signs the lot. Right? So I think it will similarly come into that picture. There are some regulatory bodies that govern that product,
Duplicate call.
the licensing part, and also the BIS. So BIS will control the quality of the product. Other licensing and regulatory aspects will be covered by the regulatory authority, I guess. And how about BIS is like, once there is a quality control order, something called a quality control order, wherein that particular ministry along with BIS mandates those products in India. Like without that license you cannot, without the BIS license you cannot sell the product. So that is how the quality control order is released. So if I go with the example of a DTA, distribution transformer, the regulatory authority or implementing authority is
Duplicate lo pettali. Adi changes ayindi.
is BIS. So people have to come to BIS to take the license, but the enforcing authority will be the DHI. So in that way, maybe things will come up. Right now, I know that QCO is in pipeline with just medical devices, because many of there are, I think, more than 6 or 7 QCOs coming up. So when they are like released, there will be a last day implementation date. Before that, you should be equipped with having the BIS license. So that part, yes, you will be requiring the BIS license. And I was not sure about how much time I have. I can go long actually, as long as you
Actually, you can switch again. This
Okay.
is very interesting as such. But we will
Just actually I wanted to show two main things.
Yeah.
Is one is how to know that the QCO has come up, because many of the time it comes in paper and social media and all, but where to search in an authentic way. Now with this advent of so many AI apps and so much of
For Bombay.
yeah, so much of cyber crime, so we should always trust the sites that we are searching, right? So where we should go and check the QCOs, and where you can download the Indian standards, that I wanted to show you actually. So this is the BIS website. So on the top row bar, you can see that about BIS standards, conformity assessment, they're all, those are all the menu. And if you come down, or you can say, can you go to conformity assessment, the third one on the white bar? So on the left side, in product certification, products under compulsory certification, second one. So these are the products which come under compulsory certification. Can you scroll down, please? Yeah. So the first one, scheme 1 ISMR. Third in blue, on to the right please. Yes, over. Yes. And there is a guidance document and quality control orders also, like who is the ministry that is issuing the quality control order and who will be the implementing authority, all will be specified in that guidance document. See, these are the products which are coming under mandatory certification. If I take any example, can you go down please? Or you can just do control F medical.
Is the time frame to get a license?
Sir, there are two procedures here. One is called a simplified procedure and another is called a normal procedure. In simplified procedure, you get your product tested on the first hand, and everything is online. Okay. So you get your product tested, you apply along with the passing test reports. The test reports have a validity of 90 days. And so within that 90 days, within that 90 days, you have to apply to BIS with that valid test reports. So once the test reports are received and the application is received with us, it will normally take 30 days in that simplified procedure to grant. And if you are not got the product tested and you are approaching us with an application, then we come and draw the sample, come for inspection, draw the sample, and the sample will be subject to testing. That will usually take 90 days and subject to the condition that within that 90 days we will get the test report from the laboratories. So here you can say I searched with the term medical. Right now there are 3 standards here. Clinical thermometers and diagnostic medical X-ray equipment. Can you go to the right part, sir? Right, blue color, yeah, click on it. So this is the quality control order. In fact, this is a very old one, issued in 2001. So this is the quality control order released by Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. This is our own ministry. So this quality control order was issued in November 2001, and this is for clinical thermometers. There are 2 standards specified here. Can you please scroll down, second page. So these are the 2 standards under this QCO that have been mandated. That is IS 3055 Part 1 and Part 2. That is clinical thermometers, solid stem type and enclosed scale type. So this is how the medical devices will now be made mandated with this quality control orders. So on this BIS website, you go for search for the products under products under compulsory certification and search for any government gazette. And can you go back to the website, please? Yes.
So the medical grade, what are the devices the manufacturer? So that polymer itself, the grade 4 it has to be.
We have to check for the standards, or go into the standard and check. So that IS 3055 Part 1 will give the contents of the standard. So how we go and check the standard? Can go to the website, sir. BIS website.
Website.
Back.
First one.
No. First step. Yeah.
Okay.
First teaching. So as I told you, to download any standard, we have to first register ourselves. So here you can see on to the left side there is a small white bar. On to the left BIS login, blue color left side. Left bar, vertical bar, yes. First one. Yeah. So BIS login, click on it. Okay. So here, since you you have to register one time, create your BIS account. So when you click on it, you will be directed auto directed for a few steps of registration. So once you register, you can download any Indian standard free of cost. So there you can search by keyword, search by the title if you know, or you can search by the standard number if you know the standard number, and you can download it. So any more doubts?
So what's the typical timeline for the standard product?
For any product becoming a standard, for any
For a
topic
typical standard
becoming.
product, I mean, let's say that is water bottle is one of the example, right? So we come up with a new water.
It depends, sir. It takes almost 2 years plus also it can be.
2 years.
Yeah. So because it's a series of deliberations, it's not like over the table we sit across and talk about the product and we prepare
Think
a
of
standard.
medical devices, for example, thermometer, for example, you already done, right? What is the time frame of it?
So that was published way back in 2001 when I'm not aware. It is BIS.
Already that also takes 2
No,
years.
see, that is normally the time taken by the committee to publish the standard. The publishing of the standard is also done on fast track basis because we follow ISO. ISO is International Organization for Standardization, which is responsible for international standards, right? So we follow the same practice that is being followed in ISO. And there is a definite timeline for each stage. Like in WC stage, it has to be put on public comments for 3 months, and in FD stage, minimum 4 months, and in FD stage, minimum 45 days. So when there is any standard that was like N95 mask, that was done on very fast track basis, and there we have adopted that special, we have to taken special permission, and we have brought down that FD stage timeline for 15 days. But the problem there is that we also have all the comments on the standard and the finalization of the standard has to go through the committee. So So everybody in the committee has to come for the
This is the
meeting,
problem, madam.
consensus.
Even the laboratory also, the
Yes,
limited
and second
labs,
part, most
that's,
important part is
very problematic.
Yeah. So if I say that this product has to be made mandated, so there is so much of background work that has to be done. So who will be the who are the manufacturers that are going to get benefited? What is the scale of the manufacturer? Large scale manufacturer can have more test facilities, and small scale manufacturer, even though he has the technology, he may not be able to do all the testing because testing equipment is costly, or he may not have a proper testing person. And third thing is, when BIS implements a standard, takes it up for certification, so who will do the testing? Like, what are the laboratories that are available for testing? So that is also an important aspect. Like, not only for BIS, even for other people, they should do the testing for the clients.
Even
So testing
certification control
also.
also is not in Hyderabad, I think.
Sir, can we?
No, certification is under control.
We will continue once again. I mean, after, I think Narendra sir has to leave, it seems to be. So let us hear from him about this. This is one of your main relevant subject. So we'll start with, sir, I'm so sorry.
No problem.
We actually wanted to hear more from you. That is the reason I kept last of your speech. I didn't know that we have to leave. So, but no problem, sir. We can start with you. So, Mr. Narendran, I mean, some of you have come just now. Mr. Narendran is the Deputy Drug Controller, so based out of Hyderabad. So, definitely, sir, we would love to hear from you.
Good morning to all. Thanks for inviting me. See, basically, most of you are aware of what is CDSCO, what is its role, and we have control on medical device. We have phases of, we made the medical device rule roadmap phase manner. So, can you go to? So, first in the meantime, I will address Madam what is BAS and standards. So, BAS is the product standard. They used to use technical specifications and health safety purpose, and that product standard is a part of our checklist for review of our dossier for all kind of applications, either manufacturing or import. Correct? So that is, and he will rely on the BAS standard. It is open to the applicant whether he can have the product standard as per the BAS or notified by any our ministry, whatever standard notified our ministry. So that is a clarification. And CDSCO is authority who will approve the not only for manufacturing of medical device, we have overall control of all the category of licenses. So import of medical device, clinical investigation. Anybody want to conduct clinical trial in drugs for medical device, they used to conduct clinical investigation where safety, performance and efficacy is evaluated. We will do two types of studies, pilot and pivotal studies, depends on their device and its risk. We have classified the rules based on the low, medium, moderate, high. So it depends on the risk, and we will see the patient population. We have the committee of the experts to review the protocol. Then we will conduct the study, they will present the results, then we will approve for the import permissions as well as for the in case we are manufacturing also. This is the system we follow in our and prior to that we listen from the manufacturers about the product. If it is a predicted device, is already approved, we will see, we will ask the comparison between what is the biocompatibility, basic things we will evaluate, and we will do in animal model also. So we have basically prior to 2017 there is no much control. We have only 14 notified medical devices in the country. It is under the drug definition we used to do Schedule M3 regulations, and we follow all these standards. So phase wise government, since the government has thought this medical device is boosting and they made the rule, and we made in the phase wise manner, and there is a various category as deliberation happened, voluntary registration, then we made class A, B and C. Class A, B is given to the state licensing authority, and C and D is our control, still manufacturing, and we have post approval system. While implementing rule itself, we made the online portal. So this kind of considering only to trade, facilitate and ease of doing business, and to promote the industry, because we are indeed of dependent on medical device from other country to improve our indigenous manufacturing system. We have made this rule. considering for other sectors also, for drugs also, for other drugs, cosmetics also, we made ease of doing business, and we made e-governance as a part of system. So we have Shubham portal, we have MD online, so we have NSWS. So totally our ministry, our CDSCO is having the accountability, transparency and predictability to satisfy the customers. Customer means all the stakeholders. In academic, I am saying academic trial. So we told there is no permission required for conduct of academic trial from CDSCO in case of approved device. So this kind of various clause we made, and post trial access. If somebody is feeling this medical device is well functioning in the performance in the volunteers, we told based on the investigator opinion, it should be continued. Sponsor is bound to give the free of cost, and nowhere in the country we have the compensation clause. Only India has the compensation clause in case of death and injury. So as you are aware, JSR issues, everyone knows implants, it is going long debate, so malfunction has happened. So this kind of issue only we have made our rule. So this is about CDSCO history, and we have zonal office, 8 zonal office. Hyderabad is one of the zonal office, and we have port office also, and sub-zonal office also, and Vizag, AP is Andhra Pradesh, there are big medical device park. So currently, all medical device of state of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh is handled by our office. We send our officer from here to do inspection, where our Vizag office also will join. And we have specified now rule clear timelines for clearance of all the applications, your import, test license and manufacturing. So there will be 2 MDOs will go for inspection. They are bound to submit the report within 21 days, and we will clear within 45 days, 60 days. We have different timelines to dispose of all the applications. So next slide, sir.
So if I, sorry, you know, my
Yeah.
concern, you were asking recently like how it is corrected. I've seen like BS is part of that scheme, whatever service scheme, because without that Indian standards you cannot show your run cost.
BA is one of the product standard. You are not having for all the medical device standard, no. So basically we are open in a rule that future if BAS comes with any standard, we rely on that standard if manufacturer adopt. That is the part of our checklist. So overall authority CDSCO, it is a practice in all the country, internationally also. NRA, who is the NRA, who is the licensing authority for all these critical items, medical device, drugs, cosmetics, for clinical trial. Since our system is federal system, state will issue the NOC after obtaining hours, they will issue the license. That is our system. That's why we have divided class A, B, which is low, moderate risk to the state, and high control we are having. Next slide. So this is a definition of notified device in order to bring overall device in the ambient of Act. Ministry has notified the SO in 2020. All device including instrument, apparatus, appliance, implant, material or article, whether used alone or combination, including software and accessory, intended by its manufacturer to be specially for human beings or animal, which does not even for animals. So it does not achieve the primary intended action for the animal body or any pharmacological, immunological, metabolism. So this is the intended functions such as diagnosis, same like drug prevention, monitoring, treatment, elevation, investigation, replacement. Here we add modification. So supporting, assisting lives, disinfection of medical device. So there is lot of confusion between disinfection. Disinfectant, which is intended for cleaning of medical device, which concerns a medical device rule, which is for floor disinfectant. During COVID, we have faced lot of challenge. So we have made clarification. We have executive order has been issued. If it is disinfectant used for cleaning the medical device, it falls under medical device definition. If disinfectant which is used for floor purpose or any other cleaning, it attracts the definition of drug. So next. So this is the overall regulatory framework of Drug and Cosmetic Act. So we have various rules, drug rules, medical device rules, and new drug clinical trial rules and cosmetic rules under the Act. Next.
End of the presentation, we'll take questions.
So this is the road map in India. So only certain notified bodies and MD are regulated. So after that definition came in 2020. So we made voluntary non-notified medical device under voluntary registration scheme for 18 months. Then phase-wise regulation. Then non-notified device class A and B. Mandated registration for class A and B and C, D for up till January 23. Now it has become compulsory that all device need to follow the MDR regulations. So this is the regulation roadmap in India, which I discussed earlier slide. Next slide, sir. This is our structure, how CDSCO works and what state works. So ours is under Ministry of Health, DHS, and Drug Control General, who is the licensing authority for class C and C manufacturing as well as import control and clinical investigations. And we have the reviewers at all level. So assistant drug inspector and medical device officers. Now they are drug inspectors, also medical device officers. Government has notified them. Then assistant drug controllers and deputy drug controller in headquarters, and same in zonal office. We have two teams. One is IBD division and is in vitro division. And zonal, what we will do, zonal, whenever applicants comes for manufacturing, they will review at import. Totally import is regular review of medical device done by headquarters. Zonal will review the manufacturing applicants for all class C and D and the exports approval also. Same applicants will receive by zonal office, and NO, nodal officer will mark to the AO, RO, then review will happen, inspection will be carried out. In case of endorsement, we will see brand change, brand name change and all. If it is, we will allow without as a part of post approval. We will see whether base license, whether the manufacturer is holding the base license, then we will allow for brand. If base license, if manufacturer is not there, we will go for inspection. So same state also will have their notified bodies. So like on behalf of authority, notified bodies, which central has given approval for notified bodies, they will do the inspection and they will submit report to the state through manufacturer, and class A and B license is issued by the state drug control in the MD online portal. Next. So this is the market size medical device industry. USD 100 billion in 2020, expected to grow in 50 billion in 2030. So this as per the CGIAR. Majority of manufacturing in the country is happening disposable device implants such as cardiac stents, drug gelatin, intraocular orthopedic implants, IVDs, medical device, etc. Most of the high technology innovation products originate from the well-developed ecosystem. India depends on the import, as you are already mentioned. So this is the total number of manufacturing medical device license issued by the CDSCO. Manufacturing total 3,500. Approx import is 10,000. It includes all the post-approval changes. So chapter, these are the important chapters summary of medical device, chapter 12, chapter rule 97, schedule 8 and form 43. So similarly, we use our act MDR rule says inspector, that is medical device officer, can draw the sample and send to the lab. If we have the same drug system also, if we have challenging system, we have prosecution, we will see that kind of rule also is implemented in our MDR rules. Next slide. This is the risk-based classification. So ministry has notified the classification rule. This notified medical device has been as per the risk profile. So risk classification, risk criteria is based on the severity and risk of the associated with medical device. So low risk class A, low moderate class B, which is delegated to the state. Notified body will do the inspection. Moderate I, C, class C, and high risk class D is by with CDSCO, both manufacturing and import. Next. This is the authorities, as I mentioned, regulatory authorities who used to do inspections. So here CA means clinical investigation. So in clinical drugs we used to call clinical trial. So here we used to call as a definition is clinical investigation. For whichever drug, medical device approved in other country, directly we cannot be allowed in our country, because we should see our safety, performance and efficacy in our Indian population. So that's why this similar like drug clinical trial we used to do clinical investigation. So notified bodies shall be registered with CLA. Prior inspection shall not be required before a grant of manufacturing of Class A device. This is also we have made in our rule. Next slide. Yeah, QMS is part of our checklist. Totally our performance and safety is on QMS, madam, and clinical investigation is based on the trial what investigation they are doing. Overall safety will performance will evaluate the protocol. See, the basic difference drug and device. Drug is the quality, here performance. There we will follow the specification of the standard of pharmacopoeia, either BP, EP, USB, or pharmacopoeia specification for molecule to molecule. It varies, but here we follow the performance. We will see the standard, product standard, and we will approve. So notified bodies is required with registered with CDSCO. At present, 14 notified bodies are registered with CDSCO. 6 central medical device labs are statutory testing. 69 medical MDTL. That's why I told you this is the private labs. We used to do inspection, we will give the approval, then only they can carry out the testing evaluation of medical device on behalf of manufacturer under rule. Next slide. These are the next interesting topic is these are the government initiatives. Just separate before. So government has planned various national legislative policy actions on the regulation of medical device. So as you are aware, the Ministry has published a guidance document, Essential Principles of Safety and Performance of the Medical Device, Grouping Guidelines of Medical Device and Guidance of Stability Studies of in vitro and medical device. CDSCO is process of updating the existing guidance and new guidance and policy of documents. MOA has initiated various measures for strengthening medical device testing facilities in the country to ensure the quality and performance of certain devices available in the market. CDSCO has created separate vertical of regulation of medical device with educational qualification from the engineering, pharmacy, science background, and also initiated recruitment procedure and additional post of strengthening technical manpower. So MOA has undertaken various steps to develop skill among the regulators, including conduct of various training programs. So we are all trained with all these current regulations, and we have the training cell in our ministry, that is NIHW in Munirka, Delhi. So frequently our officers will attend training every 6 months. So refresh training, advanced training, basic training, advanced technologies training, and recently we have conducted robotics training also for our officers who is doing the medical device inspections. So government has took various initiatives to separate the regulation of medical device in the new drugs medical device rules. The regulatory support for innovators. So recently they launched the MedTech Mitra and Niti Aayog ICM or CDSCO initiative facilitating healthcare, fostering innovation and strategic support for medical device and diagnostic development. So as national medical device policy is implemented to encourage the domestic investments and the promotion of indigenous medical device to complement the government Amit Bharat to make India program. Next. So participation in global regulatory convergence and organization activities. CDSCO has participated various meetings, seminars, work group. So recently we have conducted IDRA. So mostly everyone is aware IDRA, International Conference of Drug Regulatory Authorities. Around 125 to 190 countries represented, and there is various discussions happened to improve the capacity building, sharing knowledge, and their innovations. Working groups has been created. CDSCO has participated in various global training programs. CDSCO is observer in and ICH member working group. So MOA has been signed with various countries, representative ministries. This is the way we are to understand their regulatory process and to understand our weakness and strengthening. These are the gaps. So India has become the affiliate member in MDRF during its 26th session of held in USA. Recently, India has successfully hosted international IDRA in October 2024. So next slide, sir. These are the government's initiatives and participation in international forums. So as far as incentives is concerned, PLI scheme is monitored by the DOP, that is Department of Pharmaceuticals. So during after COVID and during COVID, there is a lot of discussion, debate happened, and government has as far as whatever drug cost system same was implemented through medical device also. So it is schemes available in DOP website. You should apply to the DOP. They have the screening committee. They have the various checklists. They will see your turnover, market stand, and the product. Depends on that. They allot the incentives. And basically, as far as CDSCO is concerned, we are the regulators. We used to issue the license because we have did best work. I can probably say during COVID. We have given around 450 IVD approvals with conditional approval that you may take tested in ICMR approval, whichever we want it to be available in the for public. So we have most of the startups also we have promoted. We have PRO cell in our headquarters. We have project management cell in our headquarters who is to guide the applicants in all the complete regulatory pathway, and we understand the stakeholders' problem. And we also expect from the stakeholders, because when they are submitting the dossier to us, it should be correct, accurate, and there should not be any false statement, because mostly we are giving conditional approvals. So that's totally, if anything goes wrong, we are bounded with various rules to work. Legally, we are answerable to our system. So this is the expectation of the government, that those here which are submitted should be accurate, correct, true, of the best of their knowledge. So I have some experience there. We have seen some MD14 which is not issued by our office. We have seen customs. So this kind of experience also we have. So this is the expectation, sir, and this is open to question and answer session now.
So disinfections, the surface cleaning and instrument cleaning. So the major, what is the difference of regulations in this respect?
So clearly I am saying, if this is a medical device, if you want to clean this medical device, it attracts the medical device definition.
So instrument cleaning is considered
Instrument is what? Medical device we talked.
Medical instrument.
Yes, medical instrument is medical device.
So we consider as a medical device. That
Yes.
So some of technical grade is there actually, disinfectant, which is using in a pharma.
You see the end use.
Oh.
If end use is not for medical device, you should follow the approval pathway of drug system.
Drug system.
If end use is medical device, you follow the medical device regulation. It was deliberated in DTAB, that is Drug Technical Advisory Board, in 56 DCT DTAB. It was minutes, and we are following that.
Actually, some of disinfectant which is not approved in our Indian diseases. So the formula is in a different. That is in purely using the cleaning in pharmaceutical industries. So that time can we use it by that?
If it is new, that is the I have the experience of working protocol review of medical device as well as drug review also.
Yes.
I was worked in new drug division and the medical device division also for some time.
Yes.
So when we review the protocol or any dossier for import, we will see the indication. If the indication is for disinfection, hospital use, we will see the composition. We have approved various composition of disinfection. In our schedule act, we have schedule V also. So we will see the composition, and we will see refer the WHO protocol standards also. If it is a drug, we will follow the drug review. If it is a medical device, we will follow the medical. Anywhere it is new medical device falls the definition of new drug as well as new medical device. You should have get first of all approval from the protocol NOC from the CDSCO. For then only subsequently you should get the import permission. You should import permission is separate for sale and distribute the medical device. For to assess the safety and performance of the device, that is new medical disinfectant, you should get the approval first. That is NOC. Realize.
Not realize. Then we go to the regulator. We have a new product.
We have, yes sir.
NSWS is a good system that we apply for it. Sometimes we get stuck for some documentation or something.
I agree.
Applying for something is available.
Yes, yes sir. Agreed. Realize that we'll share you.
Sometimes our team will not be able to go through further. We need to consultancy again, it's a small thing.
So recent development, since industry is facing the such issues, so we are having some headquarters. I had meeting with the MSMEs team. So they have shared new UAT to us. It is under some development stage, so it will be resolved shortly.
Some help is required.
Sir, now basically IT issues are more there than rather than this all these things. You know, openly I am saying. You agree, sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because both sides, you are having some executive people, they are working with different understanding. So we are understanding totally different. The person who is interacting in licensing system, they don't know much about the checklist. So this kind of gap, I am again saying, any type of problem you write mail to us will be addressed. We will guide you how to forward. Because 3 months we are working in same model.
So
And we are adhering the timelines.
So regarding the predicate device, we are facing issues because, for example, in some infectious disease diagnostics, we have group of, say, total group is taken as one kit, but whereas if we apply to split into two half, for example, there are 4 pathogens, out of which 2 are in one kit and 2 are in other kit, we are splitting into 2. Then that is not considered as a predicate device. So there is an issue in that sense, because if you say that one predicate device which is approved device has 4 pathogens and or 2 pathogens in one kit and 2 pathogens in another kit, and we are supplying 4 as in one kit, that becomes a different notion altogether. So they are not considering it as a predicate device. So we actually wrote a couple of mails to Medtech Mitra as well. And I am in touch with Suchita Makan and others in ICMR as well. So, but still that query always comes to us. So, I think if some meeting, if you can take up that.
Sure, we'll take.
But otherwise, I think CDSCO have improved tremendously.
Thank you for your appreciation.
Absolutely, because we are very happy. We have more than 25-30 Class C licenses. And they are updating every now and then. The number of institutes are more added now for clinical trials or testing. Every update comes on a regular basis. And they were also insisting to go for Form 39 for different institutions as well. So I think fairly very communicative and very transparent. Unlike at least what we have felt earlier.
69 laboratories approved by CDSCO.
It is available website. Every day you can monitor our even dispatch also. What letter is dispatched, what import license is dispatched, everything dispatch is available. It is going since 2014, We started pre-screening system in 2011 itself. Hard copy. When online is not there, when we receive hard copy applicants, we will screen the checklist. Because the applicants, mostly they are aware, who's our headquarter, those here review, they are aware, we'll screen, this is the document. Sometimes applicants will submit without fees also. So government ka kya system hai, without fees, they cannot process single application.
Yeah. Bharat Kosh is a big problem. Sometimes it gets stuck there. But without that putting
And no, I am saying you, somebody don't know. So what happened, they pay multiple, they want to process the application, they pay multiple fees also. We kept in Sugam portal to freeze the challan. They can release the challan after for next application. That kind of also we are accepting such things also. And e-Vartana, communication between applicant to RO directly.
Absolutely.
totally we are working in transparency manner. Same system is followed in our office also, and currently we are getting applications of medical device. We are disposing as per the timelines. So for apart from the applications, any technical guidance which zonal office can do, we are open to you. Your PRO time is 3 to 5. You can visit our office for any queries, clarification, or any doubt or regulatory guidance. So we are open to help you. Since it's a government of Telangana project, so I appreciate Madam also for taking this good initiative, Madam. So you are also open to our office, Madam. Anytime technical. As far as this medical device is concerned, whatever we know, we can share. If not, we can identify the person to whom we want to approach, right person. And he is my colleague who was worked in medical device since I brought him, because he worked in headquarters for 7-8 years as a dossier reviewer and RO medical device. So we are all seen two phases of CDSCO, before MDR and after MDR. That's where we know the history completely. Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, we would like to take a few more seconds from you.
Yeah.
Just we would like to facilitate and thank you in the form of spending some more time. I would request Dr. Srivali to please do the honors. Please go.
So I would have been full time because today is Saturday, no? So I have thank you.
Ma'am, 1 second.
So I should thank DCJ because this kind of interaction we should take approval from headquarters. He has given go and guide working facilitation. So whatever guidance you can ask. Our headquarters is very open now, and we are on PRO day also. 3 to 5 in headquarters we have PRO system also. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
We will continue the facilitation. Just few more minutes. Now we will continue with your presentation maybe for another 15 minutes because they have a lot of questions to
End of the
take.
day, actually.
But felicitation, we just, ma'am, please do the honor. Shivshekhar.
In fact, I'm starting more on the consumer bank, but
Thank you so much. Now, I request Mr. Shivshekhar Garu, Director, British Private Limited, to do the honors with Mr. Venugopal. He is doing so kind and very helpful. Within a short span of time, at least he can pull up some of you good manufacturers. So, last but not the least, to our own Ms. Geeta Garu. Geeta Garu has been leading this import substitution and export champion, sir. So on behalf of the government of Telangana, taking on the initiative. One last, Ms. Geeta Sri Garu, please come. So they are the backbone of this project, sir.
So
The mechanism is such that, sir, there is a state level implementation unit has been set up by Government of India. So Grant Thornton is the organization which is monitoring whether we are able to give you the best information or not.
but good to keep them in good mood.
Sir, our work will speak more than this thing.
Ma'am, ikkada.
And also request everybody to join for lunch, please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
just put my ID, sorry, my listing card here in case, in case like anybody
Just
contact
if you want, you
us.
can write me to us, we will take us update.
Good news.
Pre-qualified.
Yeah. Not pre-qualified because they are supplying to different countries. So we got order last week from WHO. So I think that some of the credit goes to good cooperation from
No, your investment is assured.
Yeah. So Shatri sir,
Yeah,
is here. Please share my number.
Yes, yes.
Okay sir, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll just wait for some few more minutes so that Ms. Geeta Sri also will explain the overview about RAM project. So, sir, financially I am not able to commit to anything, but other way around, there are a lot of initiatives that are being taken up by the government of India. Our motive is to bring that to onto the table of the fellow MSMEs, so that one thing or other they can leverage. Please.
Just when I came here, you were talking something about
Yeah.
the disappointments MSMEs facing. So for that reason only, after Corona, the world is looking towards MSMEs because the young people are the backbone. So what all the concerns you have raised to facilitate that only. Maybe there is a gaps between government, different institutions, and nobody is integrating. The whole thing has to be integrated and work for the MSME. So that ecosystem is not available. For that, this is the solution: ramp raising and accelerating MSME performance. So World Bank is looking for this. World Bank means it will have some vision for supporting the MSMEs. Yeah. That's why we are come here. Monitoring and evaluation is not required. Each and everything, it is monitored and evaluated. If this program is done, whether this has created some outcomes or not. We are not going to stop here. Program has done, we have taken the photos and we are going. That will not be the end of this program. Here this starts and we keep tracking you. Whatever all the participants come here, till the end, till the 2 years, we are going to monitor you whether you have received any support system or not. If that support is received, what is the extent you have generated revenue, or what is the extent you have properly designed. Everyone you will have unique requirements. No? So I'll just brief about the ramp. Ramp means it has already, Madam told, it has 10 components. For us, we don't have the data of MSMEs. Whoever wants to support you or whoever wants to meet you, or even market customer wants to meet you also, they don't find the data until they search for Google. So to create a database of MSME, authenticated and accountable database, the first component is dealt by Department of Industries. What they do is they are collecting all the data from 17 departments: GST, electricity department, societies, trust, Udyam registration, everything they are collecting and they are consolidating using AI-based technology, wherein we can open the data and anyone can approach anyone to create a value chain for everyone. So second segment is no supporting system in the district level. DICs are not strengthened to support you people. 1 or 2 people will be there and they are packed up. So to support that, EDCs, Entrepreneur Development Centers, are established with complete online platform, wherein such data already I told, MSME consolidation, other services, whatever the MSME ecosystem requirements, everything will be collected and taken as a knowledge repository and uploaded in the website and facilitate the EDCs to support you. Wherever the VDPs are happening, vendor development programs are happening, if you want to connect with the different institution, everything will be available. All the MSME ecosystem partners will be available online. So that system means that is the second component. Third component is this code, Center for Design Excellence. Few people might be requiring design part, design interventions, but they don't know where to go, who to approach, and it takes lot of time, it takes lot of research. So all the support is done by the design center in IIT Hyderabad. Then fourth one is import substitution, already you know. Fifth one is distressed MSMEs. Few MSMEs are distressed due to the working capital, or some clutches have stopped them, and because of not handling the money properly, they are successful, but somewhere they are struck due to money. For that kind of people, they TIHCL, Health Clinic, will evaluate and provide funding for them to handhold them and come out of those clutches and re-establish themselves. So it's a TIHCL is taking part of, and sixth one is RICH. RICH means the greening of MSMEs. The greening is very, very important for sustainable development. How to convert them? MSMEs don't have time to green or energy efficient to make themselves energy efficient. So they are identifying the clusters, which clusters are taking more energy, and those clusters they will go, RICH will go, and they will work with the clusters and identify the problem statements with the different sectors, and after identifying the problem, if existing solutions are there, they will try to implement those things with the support of MSMEs. If problem solutions are not there, they are going to create grand challenges for innovative solutions from the MSMEs only. Maybe you will, for medical devices, you might be having different solution, but nobody knows about your solution. So we will connect you with the other people who are interested into these solutions. After that, transforming SHGs to MSMEs. SHGs also have lot of potential. They have, for example, you might be want to outsource some work. Big MSMEs wants to outsource some work where no intellectual knowledge is required, regular repeated activity. So such activities also can be given to SHGs, or SHGs can come forward to start big industries like you people. So for that also ALIP is supporting and they are doing. And eighth one, export subsidy. We have accelerating MSMEs for women acceleration program is also happening. We have is taking care of, and ninth one is export champions. TGTPC is only doing that export champions. And 10th one is benchmarking of technology gaps. What all the technologies you are using at the cost you are have purchased, what are the other technologies available to reach the global competency, how best you can use those technologies, what are the different levels of technology. Local level devices will be there for the lowest cost, or moderate cost. At the moderate cost, different technologies might be there, and highest cost other countries, what are the technologies they are using. So that technology studies has been done by this CPET and CITD, Central Institute of Tool Designing and Central Institute of Plastic Technologies. So these are the 10 components, and we are integrating everything. And we want to bring this to the MSMEs. MSMEs has to use it. And regarding the trust and confidence, it is a 2-year program. How far this is going to create support to MSMEs or not, I am not sure, but everyone is talking and everyone is trying to integrate. After 2 years, it is 100% this is going to, because World Bank has asked the project to make it sustainable. So whether now for 2 years it will be a free of cost, but everyone has the same mode of thinking, everybody, otherwise these people will not come here. No, without ramp they don't know you or you don't know them, no internal connectivity is there. This ramp project is going to be a sustainable. If you after 2 years this is going, these services you are going to get through paid mode. So at least that ecosystem will be built, what World Bank is thinking of. MOMSME is also there, Telangana state government is also there, and World Bank. Everybody working towards the building capacities of MSMEs. So we are hoping that together we are going to create a different ecosystem that will work for the MSMEs. That is what that whole concept is. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Any questions?
We were talking also. See, when we are talking about import substitution, the first thing we see is the competition from the importing quality or the companies, right? Those all are major stakeholders already in India. As a small SME or as a startup, for example, how your ramp can support us in dealing with such scenarios. You know, see, if we want to go and sell our product, obviously the imported product is more value and more costly, more quality, or more known, right? It's already widely used and known. So how can you, RAM can support us, taking the product into the market? That's what we are sincerely facing today.
If it is an existing product which is competitive.
It's a very complex existing product, 100% importing, and we are replacing that importing product today. And we see a lot of not bureaucratic, a lot of competition from the distributors. Okay, as well, distributors competition in the sense, obviously
They buy from other things.
Yeah, obviously from the companies.
So what exactly RAMP is looking is access to finance, the basic requirements of MSMEs. Access to finance, access to market, access to technology, and access to infrastructure for the research or
Access to market will work out. Access to market.
Access to market also is there. Access to finance, access to market, access to infrastructure, access to technology, and delayed payments also being taken care of by this ramp. So major issues, they have identified thematic areas where we are into. So the whole connectivity, networking of institutions, networking of experts, and networking of scientists, that is the thing which you need. No, you are already aspiring entrepreneurs may not be able to pay, but what you want is connecting to the right people, connecting to the right network is required. So the whole ecosystem will come to you if you are really having the readiness to import substitution.
Yes.
If you are having the readiness, this is the mandate to the governments. In the రోజుల్లో మీ దగ్గరికి గవర్నమెంట్ రావాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఇప్పుడు గవర్నమెంట్ is searching for you people and identifying who are ready to import. అవసరం రాలేదు, వచ్చినా కూడా that was not transparent. ఇప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే మీరు ఒకసారి దీంట్లోకి ఇప్పుడు మీరు రిజిస్టర్ చేస్తారు మిమ్మల్ని ఆన్లైన్ లో రిజిస్టర్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఈరోజు రిజిస్టర్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎలా ఉన్నారు, what is the development that is seen in you అనేది మీ two-side effort. It is a two-side effort. నేను ఎక్కడే ఉంటాను, వాళ్ళు వచ్చి చేసేయాలి అంటే సో both
we are ready to go. Designing and product development, this all is part of our regular day-to-day work. And once the product is developed,
marketing is also RBSMs we are bringing, reverse buyer seller means we are bringing that export champion foreign buyers ని ఇక్కడికి తీసుకొచ్చి మీలో ఎవరైతే రిజిస్టర్ అయి ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళని ఇన్వైట్ చేస్తాము. వాళ్ళ స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్ వాళ్ళు చెప్తారు, మీ దగ్గర ఉన్న స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్ మీరు చెప్తారు. వాట్ ఈస్ ద గ్యాప్ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ అలౌవింగ్ యూ టు connect with that supply. So our gaps ni we will build your capacities. Technology difference unda, lekapothe finance lagging unda, lekapothe meeku infrastructure ledana lab testing o approvals o legal issues unnaya, regulatory issues unnaya, that everything will be filled by RAMP.
But finances దాంట్లో would you be also financing?
Direct finance కాదు, we are connecting the banks. We are మన through అయితే okay, they are ready to for this and market connectivity కూడా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి.
So will they have any concession for the thing?
Maybe at discounted interest.
అట్లా ఏం ఉండదు, నార్మల్ గా ఉంటుంది. మళ్ళీ మీరు ఫైనాన్స్
facilitators,
కాకపోతే
they do the facilitate channels.
డైరెక్ట్ ఫైనాన్సింగ్ ఏం ఉండదు, కెపాసిటీ
But
బిల్డింగ్
MSME కూడా separate గా ఫండ్ చేస్తారు కదా ఇన్ జనరల్ గా. మాకు మేము వెళ్ళినప్పుడు స్కేల్ అప్ కోసం వెళ్ళారు MSME కి. They said that they would be funding for scaling up. మాకు ఒక 100 crores, 150 crores ఆర్డర్ వచ్చింది. సో దానికి we went and asked for some
వర్కింగ్ క్యాపిటల్
Working capital
ఇస్తారు, దాన్ని మళ్ళీ
అది
మీరే రిపే చేసుకోవాలి.
బట్ అది డిస్కౌంటెడ్ రేట్.
అట్లా ఉండదు.
MSME లో ఉండదు.
ఇప్పుడు లేదు, ఈ స్కీమ్ లో లేదు సార్. ఈ
RAM scheme లో లేదు సార్, బట్ there are some subsidiary organizations in the financial institutions like SIDBI అవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి కదా, వాళ్ళ త్రూ ఇట్ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ ఫెసిలిటేటెడ్.
సిడ్బి వాడు కొలాటరల్ గా
వాళ్ళకి కూడా టార్గెట్స్ ఉన్నాయి
Collateral
సార్.
కూడా,
They
yes.
have that their own targets ఇప్పుడు. సో ఎవ్రీబడి విల్ కమ్, మనతో ఇంటిగ్రేట్ అవ్వడానికి ఎవ్రీబడి విల్ కమ్.
Those documentation.
విన్-విన్ సిచ్యువేషన్. రిలాక్సేషన్ అయితే ఐ డోంట్ థింక్, ఎందుకంటే పుష్ ఇస్తారు గవర్నమెంట్. మీరు సక్సెస్ఫుల్ గా దాన్ని రిప్లే చేయగలిగిన కెపాసిటీస్ బిల్డ్ చేయడమే కదా ఇంపార్టెంట్. రిప్లే చేయగలిగిన కెపాసిటీ ఉండడమే
Going to
కదా.
the market, madam. Going to the market
You are
is no
not,
problem.
if you are here for the free money, you are not an entrepreneur. అయ్యుండే వాళ్ళే కాదు.
కరెక్టే,
You are
కానీ ఫ్రీ మనీ కాకుండా మనకు
Discounted.
సస్టైనెన్స్ గా ఉండడానికి బ్యాంకులు 9-10% ఇచ్చే బదులు ఈజ్ దేర్ ఎనీ ప్రొవిజన్ త్రూ MSME.
ఇక్కడ ర్యాంప్ లో
సిడ్బీలో 6% ఇస్తారు, అది వర్కింగ్ క్యాపిటల్ ఇయర్ వాళ్ళు. దే ఆర్ ఓన్లీ గివింగ్ ఫర్ క్యాపెక్స్. ఇప్పుడు మాకు ఇచ్చినప్పుడు 6% ఉంది సార్, బట్ అది 60 అరౌండ్ అట్లీస్ట్ 40% కొలాటరల్ తీసుకున్నారు. సో యాజ్ ఎ క్యాష్.
we are providing only access.
I understand, facilitating.
సో దీనికి ఒక అది ఉందా మేడం, వెబ్సైట్ ఉందా వేర్ వి కెన్
Website we are
Under
yes.
progress.
అంటే మీరు రిజిస్టర్ చేయక్కర్లేదు, దీంట్లో రిజిస్టర్ చేసేస్తారు. వాళ్ళకి అక్కడికి వెళ్ళగానే
అక్కడ నోట్ చేసి రిజిస్టర్ చేసినట్టు.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏదైతే ఇచ్చారో డీటెయిల్స్, ఫోన్ నెంబర్ ఉంటే చాలు. ఆల్ ద ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ దే విల్ కలెక్ట్ అండ్ దే హ్యావ్ టు అప్లోడ్. ఎవరు వచ్చారు, ఏం చేస్తారు, వాళ్ళు
Everything is recorded. Whoever is there, like all the stakeholders name will
పుస్తకం దొరికిందంటే రిజిస్టర్ అయినట్టు.
మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు దీంతో అయిపోదు, మళ్ళీ
This
కాల్
is a long program, sir, 2 years program wherein we will, all of us will be in touch with you, sir, for anything, any
2 years is long time for MSME.
Most of the time, the government officials or bureaucrats comes and listen from the industry
Ah,
and go away.
అయిపోయింది.
Photographs are out. I am very happy to hear that you are going to be hand holding.
Yes, sir.
MSME, the real MSME, actually face the problem is skill manpower.
That's
And then we have technological things, and then exposure to the international market.
right.
So basically, most of the people, what they do is, they won't do, but they don't have real exposure. So in terms of how the Chinese companies, how the Korean companies, how Taiwanese companies, how they do the business. How people doesn't have, I would say most of them doesn't have zero knowledge. So now, this is something which will develop the competitiveness among the MSME companies.
So our
At least they
components
cannot-
are, yes, sir, our two components are interlinked, sir. So this is import and the other component is export.
Right.
So whatever the products you will be like developing or you'll be producing and all, it will be going for the global market.
True. It will not go unless the quality matches to the business
Yes, we'll make
standard.
quality matches to the
That's
international
what
standards, sir.
You have to give it some kind of a approach or maybe some kind of videos and then how it is happening in other places. Like how the Korea, the
Yeah.
MSME works in the Korea,
Yes.
how they works in China, how they works in, see, we don't have to compete with the, we don't have to criticize the China.
Yes.
Because they have been set the standard for the entire world population. Because things are coming cheaper because of them. So how we compete with them? They have been going advance and how do we come at par with them, or at least we don't go behind these things, and every time now medical devices 80% or 70% are being imported.
Being imported.
Simple gloves are being imported.
Yes.
So where we don't have sufficient technology, that's where you have to build a capacity building, mind building of the MSME more important. Because I think about only thing, I just want to look at only for Patanjali area. We are not business people. Like Chinese never think about that. They think always on the world. Like Koreans, they think on the world. So that kind of capacity building, the kind of an exposure to the industries comes over a bit of time, doesn't come suddenly. It takes a long time because 2 years program is not adequate. It has to be, I would say, 5 years, 6 years, 7
This
years.
is a sustainable
Just
model,
to
sir. This is all the product.
interact with the very big level industrial parts or something like that. So something, this would impart a kind of training, a kind of an exposure of international trade how it happens. Otherwise, only looking at in-house, only just not inside. You don't have the kind of exposure. Like if you given an article to Chinese company, a Korean company, on that they deliver it. But here it doesn't happen. We delay. Then we lose competence, we lose a kind of confidence among the buyers. The product quality, we don't have good quality, but the packing is not good. So these are small making points still are being, invested.
This is
Okay,
what
also because I look at this like balance here, states here.
That you are
So we also have
No.
the government helpful for the MSME to more and more interaction.
All the experts and all the subject experts, all the scientists, all the institutions working will come under one umbrella. So it will be easy for you to go and.
It will be easier to get into the
What custom maker lady
standards or
quality,
quality, costing or pricing, whatever falls under the
Some
quality from all pictures as well.
particular product you are telling me
So it's not only 2 years, it may extend more than that. It's just the beginning. It will take support and application to the product.
2 years are not for individual MSME. 2 years for the MSMEs that are in You may not be
some
having
other
2 years for the
division.
It may be 3
See,
months or
medical
6 months.
demand
Your
is
work will be over. We will be, our presence will be there for.
You should know the product.
product will be listed in the customs database.
Lift the entire.
The database
So
is
what I'm saying, and I want to get into the
They
market,
are-
my
they
product
don't know
is
the
a
product
type
name
of
itself.
thing, and it's not
Which may be
matching the
important. Which is
competitive
important.
standards and
Commitments.
quality and all
But
those
that would
things.
come
So
under
whether it's
specific HSL
helpful
code.
for us and yes, we are trying.
What
to
is
understand
HSL
that.
code
Capacity
is
will down.
but still
And we will create a readiness to reach RBSM, to reach import substitution, to reach all the things.
You mean that?
I have a question.
Aim question.
నా క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటంటే సో వీఆర్ ఇనిషియేటింగ్ దిస్ ప్రాసెస్ ఓకే వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ స్ట్రాటజీ లైక్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బెనిఫిట్ ఆర్ ఎన్డీబీ పార్ట్ యూ ప్రిపేర్ మెడికల్ రిపోర్ట్స్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద కరెంట్ స్ట్రాటజీ వాట్ ఆర్ ద హౌ యూ గోయింగ్ టు హౌ యూ గోయింగ్ టు హెల్ప్ ఇన్ దిస్ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఫ్రమ్ ద గవర్నమెంట్ సైడ్
I clearly told them.
I missed your presentation, sorry.
So the RAMP program itself is designed in a such a manner that each and individual MSME's issues are addressed.
Each individual and it takes time.
అదే చెప్తున్నా sector wise sectors only sectors only we have identified, but we see consolidation of MSME I told you. ఇప్పటిదాకా ఎక్కడ ఏ సెక్టార్లో ఎవరున్నారు, ఏ సెక్టార్లో ఎక్కడ టుగెదర్ మేము ఎవరు ఎంతమంది ఉన్నాము అనేది ఇప్పటిదాకా లేదు. Now we are bringing that your presence will be there in the government website. TGI pass అందరిది లేదు సార్, అందరిది లేదు. మహా అంటే మనకి 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 ఉన్నాయి, అందరిది లేదు. సో వీఆర్ బ్రింగింగ్ ఆస్పైరింగ్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఎక్స్పోర్ట్కి వెళ్ళాలి అనుకునే ప్రతి ఒక్కరిని వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు అడ్రస్.
Okay, I'm talking about export. You are going to introduce to global market.
Yes.
What is your strategy?
RBSM we will bring the buyers. అక్కడ products ఎక్కడ
Then
నుంచి
you are going to do some export. How
No, we are going to conduct the reverse buyer seller schemes. We are like 10 reverse buyer seller schemes.
Would this happen within these 2 years?
Yes,
Yes,
it will
yes.
happen. Next September, I think we are supposed to get one.
Let's assume one scenario. We are importing 70% of medical equipment. Okay. Let's take our health department. So 10 products you identified. Okay. First 3 products, large volume of importing is happening. So that's
Sorry for the interruption. Do we have the data? What 70% you are saying? If they are saying, I'm saying 80%, 70%. What are those?
Again, I am coming to that.
A products
When they reached me first time, sir, I asked the same question. Sir, you guys go and get the data from health department. Sir, right? Sir, they are working on it.
No, what I feel is the drug people or CDSCO people are better people than us.
However, then they are the facilitators, whether it can be come
Data.
from CDSCO or wherever the data sources are there.
Okay.
They should consolidate and they should identify what Telangana, at least for them, because it's a Telangana entity, so they should first support Telangana.
Right.
Right? And what would be the Jagdish company role in this whole
They are
scenario?
They are the
facilitators.
facilitators,
implementing
Not
the
the
policies.
agencies.
Right. So again, I'm going back to the scenario. So we have 3 products, okay, heavily used. Regular individuals were compulsory.
No, we within the medical devices also we can categorize the sector wise.
Subsectors.
Yeah, subsectors. Then identify 10 products in each in Telangana. Then we can give it to each of them, but these are the gaps.
There would be more productive work.
Stakeholder checking our gaps, identify change.
Actually, we have identified, sir, on that day we met. We have identified. Government has given us trust sectors, like 5 trust sectors with the major import should be identified. That should be more than 50% should be imported from outside.
Okay.
That trust sectors, 50% is all CTs, MRIs and all those machines are imported. But with 17.5%, 23.5% sectors we have identified because we have to produce a prototype also for that.
Right.
To give you for the manufacturing and all.
More interesting.
So most of them are electrodes like cardiac electrodes and ECG electrodes and all, and then these laboratory testing products as sir is producing that. And the thrust 17.5 thrust sectors we have most of the hard devices inside.
Can you share the data on the paper?
Actually, it is very big, sir. We have
Everything will be in the knowledge repository. It is open to everyone.
Where is that?
We are in the process of developing. It is collected and we will upload that
We have
information.
got that
So
data from the
What are the
imports.
next step in it?
What is
What
your-
are all the imports you are getting? In that, what are the major imports you are getting? In that also, trust sectors are given in the central government data only. That we have identified. In that, actually, vaccines and all, we thought of import substitution. That is 0.9% only. But that also we can do.
Okay.
You are talking about in terms of value wise or volume?
Volume wise.
You are talking about volume. The 0.9% only we are importing. On Vacutainer.
All over, sir. All over India. All over.
Volumes are pretty high for Vacutainer. The BD is heavy actually.
But trust sector, if we see that trust sector,
Maybe value-wise.
In the next step, the trust sectors are identified. If something is important, being more than 50%. So what is support? What kind of thing? What is the next action?
So next action, as I will take the example of
Rambav.
he said he is doing some silicon.
Resins.
So that we are importing from outside.
100%.
That we can stop that import and make that. I have told you already that as you people have asked us, anything support you are giving. Because of this is a government program, we can approach the government like TSMIDC or TGMIDC to procure the products from you people and stop it from outside.
It's only recommended.
Unless until it is used in the governmental organization or hospital.
Sir, all government hospitals should be used by all.
Indigenous.
Only should be used through TSMIs. No government hospital can go and take the product from outside.
The product, when you recommend anti-dumping duty, then it will be start.
Sir?
Anti-dumping duty, when it is initiated, then only it will be
Unless
start.
we are
Otherwise, no.
self-sufficient,
Yeah.
we cannot stop the imports. People will die.
Yeah.
There is a fear that everybody has it. See, unless we produce enough, adequate enough, we cannot stop the imports at all.
Yeah, you can
So, we
stop
can
only
use-
by policy.
Policy only.
TSISC implicates say that boss, you have to procure at least 80% from Telangana manufacturers. Then it can be.
Like as vacutiners, we have some 5,000 vacutiners per day are produced here from our Telangana per day. So depending upon how many vacutiners we are consuming in government sector, we can give you the procurement also. Like that, TSMIDC can do.
And we are also doing vendor development programs. We are bringing to all the people who will purchase our Telangana made in Telangana products. So we are trying to bring all the people who are purchasing those products. So when we are going for import substitution and when we are ready for the export, that product can be sold to all the
So do we have
states.
any exhibitions in near?
Yeah, we will say, I will support all the exhibitions.
One more thing. See, you are taking, say, for example, vacutiners.
Exposure visits
Then
also will be
BD.
there. Exposure visits.
BD is also will set up a plant in Telangana. I also will set up a plant in Telangana, but whereas I cannot compete with BD. Whereas your support will be the same for both.
Yes, because this is a central government this thing for sustainability and self-development. We have the
Then again,
support.
it is another way of importing or import substitute.
terms of device.
I didn't get you, sir.
See, whenever you want to develop
Let's just
local enterprises,
Yeah, local
Indian enterprises, Telangana and Hyderabad and whatever. So the BD has planned in Hyderabad, in say, Telangana.
You will
With
like
the
that.
same support BD will get, I will get. I cannot compete with BD.
Correct.
Actually, this is only for the Telangana players, not from the players from outside India.
No,
The same question I have asked, you know.
The same, the BD
Competition is
has run,
very
the BD
difficult.
has got a registered office here.
Okay.
Then the BD is directly, maybe a local partner or somebody.
But is BD
Sir,
manufacturing everything
Hey.
there?
Everything say for yes.
Madam, Revanth Reddy have inaugurated life technology here, madam. Thermo office in Hyderabad.
Thermo Scientific.
So they have just started assembling, getting the parts, because more than 70%, if you consider assembling, it is 50%. Packaging and all, it comes to 70%. So then they are saying make in India. How we are going to compete with
No,
that?
that is again secondary things.
Why secondary?
First of all,
That is a-
sir, how can we
sir.
compete with Thermo Scientific?
No, no,
That is a
maybe
sales
making a product. I may be making a product.
But how?
Fair enough. I am making a product, sir, which is in competition with Kaizen, Thermo and all. I am even supplying to Kaizen. I am making that product. But problem is, how can you stop Thermo selling in Hyderabad, make in India, make in Telangana?
I
That's
think
why I'm
I'm
saying,
stopping
I'm
how
just
to
saying.
Can,
Like,
sir,
government, that
we
is
can
my
get it
question,
used
was the
from
same
Telangana
question.
government. So only local people
So that should
can
be,
sell
the
it.
GIO
That
has
GIO has to come.
International
Yeah, yeah,
brands,
yeah.
the international
No,
brands
no,
versus local brands. There must be a
policy
difference.
కూడా ఉంది కదా సార్,
AMTZ లో procurement policy ఏం లేదు.
రీప్యాకింగ్ అండ్
సెంట్రల్ ఉంది కదా మనకి
Central
మెగా
ఉంది.
MSME చెయ్యాలి అని చెప్పి.
కరెక్ట్, వాళ్ళు కూడా రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకున్నది MSME కిందే. AMTZ లో ఉంది ఈ పాలసీ, రాజస్థాన్ గవర్నమెంట్ లో ఉంది, AMTZ లో ఉంది. లోకల్ ప్రొక్యూర్మెంట్ AMTZ లో ఎవరైతే పెడతారో వాళ్ళకి 80% ప్రొక్యూర్మెంట్ బ్యాక్ బై గవర్నమెంట్ అని ఉంది. రాజస్థాన్ విచ్ ఈజ్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్.
AMTZ కూడా సెక్టర్ స్పెసిఫిక్ ఉంది.
సార్ నాకు తెలిసి నా సెక్టర్ సంగతి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. మా సెక్టర్ లో అయితే
So is that
80%
that can be replicated?
నేను ఇద్దరు
Representation.
పోవాలా లేకపోతే రాజస్థాన్ పోవాలా అని ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను.
Sir, we can have these all grievances put together as
ఏ
matter.
వస్తువులు ఆలోచిస్తాము.
Sir.
Every time we write a long
ఇప్పటి వరకు వాదించడం వేరు, ఇప్పుడు నుంచి వాదించడం వేరు.
Once you make a website, create, put all grievances online
Yes.
for everybody
ఓకే
to look into. Then we will write. మీరు రాసిచ్చారు అప్పుడే?
Please share your details, sir. That's more better so that we will be at least to be touch with you because.
ఇక్కడ రాసింది ఉన్నది దీంట్లో ఈమెయిల్ లేదు, ఫోన్ నంబర్ లేదు.
Yeah, thank you. Same
Rambo
concept.
Guru. Khan.
So this is my card.
Kits are also imported, sir. These kits are also imported. So actually kits are huge kits are imported. That was 70.5%.
Yes,
More than
exactly.
70.5%.
No.
So this is all manufactured here? 100%.
లేదు, మెటీరియల్
Yeah, in this event, RAMP has helped a lot the entrepreneurs, given a lot of data, and what are the schemes available through MSME, what is the support available through MSME, and we are happy that for next 2 years they are giving free consultancy and support. So that will be great help. And similarly, if they can give us some technical data, which are the products, medical devices imported into India, and which areas they are being used, that will be great help. So even Telangana government is also trying to help, especially the medical devices, the life sciences division of TGIAC is also helping us by conducting events like this and offering support to us. Thank you.
Myself Deepa Raizada, I'm the Managing Director of Akriti of Stanley Private Limited. So it's a privilege to hosts the Rising and Accelerating MSME Performance RISE ramp program here in Akriti, and the lectures or the talks given by the Mr. Sri Narendran Garu, Deputy Drug Controller, Srimati Sattu Savitri Garu and Geeta Garu, everybody's words were so supportive, and really in past we faced many grievances about from MSME project. We've been trying for subsidies and all, but sometimes it's not that positive response we will achieve. But after listening to this initiative talks, and we are hoping for the best to come up in the future. It's a Government of India project. Government of India is taking action on import substitution, where like 80% of medical devices now are imported. So it's a good initiative, and upcoming aspirant MSMEs entrepreneurs especially are going to benefit with this program for sure, and we are hoping for the best in future from this initiative of Government of India. Thank you so much.
Today appreciating Telangana government. So initiated the first program in the medical device system. Such a program we are expecting more and more. Work in the MSME organizations. So further growth.
So it's like MSME and other state government departments, and this is fantastic regrouping of all MSMEs, and this RANP program definitely would achieve synergy between various departments to facilitate MSMEs. This continuous efforts of government in bringing all MSMEs into one platform and supporting multifaceted support to these MSMEs would be very, very useful, and handholding would be very crucial, and I wish this program have perpetual effect on all of the MSMEs so that they can carry this program for pretty long. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Venu Gupta, Medical Device Sector Vice President for Life Sciences. Today we are at the Medical Device Park in from Government of India and TGTPC initiated a ramp project to help MSME industries substitute imports as well as exports. So this is the first workshop we conducted in the Medical Device Park. This not only helps MSME industry, we also